Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are shopping my stash. I wanted to do a fall inspired makeup look just with some of my favorite tones for this season, which are really rich mauve tones, berry tones. Those are my favorite. I love them all year round, but especially in the fall. So I wanted to create a makeup look using a lot of those tones, and I figured we could go through my makeup together and pick the products. So we're shopping my stash and then creating this makeup look. So that is today's video. If you're new here, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty content here on my YouTube channel. I would love for you to stick around and subscribe, but let's go ahead and get into shopping my stash. All right, let's pick some makeup. I was just in the mood to shop my stash today and do some fall inspired makeup. So let's pick some products. So we'll start here with primer. I might pull the Ciele primer, the Prime and Protect. This is really nice. Gives a little bit of glow to the skin, not a ton, but just a little bit. And it does have SPF in it, which is a nice bonus. And pretty much everything I've paired this with so far has worn really well over the top of it. So I think I might use that today. Primer is always kind of iffy for me. Sometimes I'm in the mood for it, sometimes I'm not. We'll pull it out and decide later. And then for a base product, let's see, we've got all my sticks over here. We've got the Dior foundation stick, tinted moisturizers. We've got this It Cosmetics CC cream. Kind of been into that lately, some days when I want a little bit more coverage. We've also got the Dior foundation stick. We could use this. I haven't used this in a while. Gosh, I'm being so indecisive, I know. Also have this, the Fenty foundation. I kind of want to use this actually. This is the Soft Lit. Love this foundation, so pretty, and this shade should be a really good match for me right now. I think maybe we'll go for Fenty for foundation. All right, for color corrector, I think maybe we'll do this. This is Natasha Denona. This I haven't used in a while. I'm trying to really rotate through them. This one I definitely haven't used. This one gives pretty good coverage, so I think we'll go for Natasha Denona for a corrector. And then for concealer, let's see here. We've got Tower 28, we've got Kosas, we've got House Labs. I actually also have the Fenty concealer. I guess we could use that since we're using the Fenty foundation. I have two Fenty concealers. One that's a little darker, one that's a little bit lighter. I usually just kind of mix the two. So I think we'll go for those. Okay, that should be it for here. Let's pick a powder now. What have I not used in a while? We've got Kosas, we've got, oh, actually, I haven't used this powder in a while. This is Makeup Forever. The HD setting powder in the pink color. I really like this powder, but I have not used that one in a little while, so I think we'll pull that. I think we'll just pull that. I'm not going to pull a separate powder for the under eyes, I don't think. I also might pull this out. I kind of want to use this. This is my old Hourglass ambient lighting palette. This thing is so old, but I just can't bring myself to get rid of it. This was like one of my first big like high-end makeup purchases when I first really started getting into YouTube, and I just can't let it go. I can't. I might use that as highlight or something. I'm gonna pull that out. And then let's see, for bronzer, I haven't used my Lancome bronzer in a while. This is the Teint Idole Transforming Bronzer, I think is what it's called, and light. Really, really good tone. This is really nice matte bronzer. I haven't used that lately, so we'll use that. And let's see, should I pull out a cream also? Maybe we'll pull this out. I haven't used this in a while, the NARS cream bronzer. We might not even use both, but just in case I want a cream. I think we'll pull that out. And let's see, finally for highlighter, I'm gonna skip that. I'll probably use this Hourglass palette if I want a highlighter. So I think that's everything for here. Now for blush. So I'm thinking I definitely want to do like a mauve or a berry toned blush. I have quite a few that I love, so I'm trying to decide which one I want to go with. So I might pull out my Patrick Ta She's Wanted because that blush just screams fall to me if I can find it. I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. This one, this is such a beautiful shade. It is very intense for my skin tone, but if you apply it really lightly, it can be really, really pretty. And I love it for fall. So I think we'll pull that out. And then let's see, the other blush I was kind of thinking of is, well, actually there's two now that I think about it. Kosas in the shade Euphoria. This shade for fall is just a really pretty, more of like a pinky berry color. Really pretty. And then I also love this one, Sleepy Girl from Rhode. So pretty. In fact, these two would pair really well together. So I'm thinking I'll pull these out too. And then we'll either use these or we'll use the Patrick Ta blush. I'm not sure. But that should be everything for this drawer. For the eyes, I don't really have anything in mind here, so I'm honestly not sure what I want to use. I'm not sure if I want to do a palette or if I want to do single shadows. We do have this palette. I actually don't know if you can get this anymore. This is the Smoky Essentials from Dior. These are kind of the overall tones that I'm thinking of using. So I'm kind of thinking about that, but then I could also pull out like like this shade in Mauve from Makeup by Mario would be pretty. That's more of obviously like a mauvey rosy color. So maybe we'll pull that out. Also, what else do we have? Oh, I have the new little Hourglass palette in Minimalist. That could be pretty also. Obviously that's matte and it's more neutral, but you could use a little bit of that maybe with the Mauve cream shadow from Mario. Maybe we'll pull this out too and I'll just decide later. Probably all that I'm gonna pull out for the eyes actually. For mascara, I'll probably just use what I have in my everyday makeup drawer. I could do the same thing for brows. I kind of want to pull this out though. I'm kind of missing my ABH brow powder. It's been a while since I've used mine. So I think I'll pull that for brows and then maybe one eyeliner also. Kind of thinking maybe I should pull out a plum liner, or this is actually Fig from Victoria Beckham. I'm gonna pull that one and then also this one from RMS. This is a little bit more of, well, actually they might be kind of similar in color. I was gonna say this one's more of a true like eggplant color. This is more of like a plum, like a warmer plum. This is really pretty though. I think I'm gonna pull both of those out and we'll just decide later. And I think that should be it for this drawer. Okay, finally for lips. Let's choose a lip liner. We may end up switching up the lip too, because sometimes it's hard to pick a lip until you actually see the whole makeup, but I'm thinking about one from Mario in Rich Mauve, if I can find it. Oh, there it is. Rich Mauve from Makeup by Mario. Really pretty, kind of goes with the overall tone that I'm thinking. So I'm gonna pull that and then let's pull this. Remember Structure from Pat McGrath? These, I think she just brought these out again, but remember, if you've been here for a while, do you remember when Structure was my favorite lip liner? That was a little while ago. So you've been here for a long time if you remember that. But we'll pull both of those and then I'll just decide later. And let's see, for the lip, I have this gloss that's really pretty from Armani. This is the Prisma Glass gloss, kind of in the tone that I'm thinking of, so we'll pull that. I don't really wear lipstick that often. This might be a good color. This is YSL in the shade 202. That looks like kind of a mauve brown. Maybe we'll pull that also. I also have this in the right tone. I think this is the right tone. It's the Ole Henriksen Cocoa Cream in the Pout Preserve lip treatment, which I love. I don't use this one as much because it's pretty deep. Maybe we'll pull that out. We might not use it, but we'll pull it out anyways. And I think that is everything. Before we get into the makeup, I'm gonna start with my SPF. I haven't done that yet. I'm gonna use this one from Jones Rhode. This is the shade Sandy. It looks really yellow at first, but I swear it does blend in. I really need to get a new non-tinted SPF for under makeup because most of the ones I have open right now are tinted, and sometimes I don't want a tinted, especially when I'm gonna put on like a full face of makeup. So I need to get something new that's not tinted. Let me know what your favorite sunscreen is right now for under makeup that's not tinted that you love. Let me know. All right, let's do a little bit of primer. I was kind of going back and forth on if I need it. I already have some glow going on from my skincare and from the SPF, but I guess we'll use some. This is, again, the Ciele Prime and Protect. It's really, really nice. Sometimes I just don't feel like I need primer, you know? I'm just gonna use a brush to blend this in. So you can see it adds some glow. It's not glittery or anything, like there's no shimmer in it. It just has kind of like a pearlescent finish to it. Honestly, kind of reminds me of, do you remember the Becca Backlight Priming Filter? That's kind of what the finish of this primer reminds me of. Except this one obviously has SPF, the Becca one did not. For foundation, we're going to use this one from Fenty. This is the Soft Lit Foundation, and I have the shade 150, which I'm pretty sure should be like a spot on match for me right now. I really like this foundation. Actually, you know what I have? I ordered the Tati brushes. I ordered one of the sets. So she has 3 different sets. I ordered the signature set, and one of the brushes in here was this one. So this is the ES2. So it's double-ended and it has a really dense end and then this like painter end. And the way I heard her describe it is you're supposed to use this thin painter side to like spread the product, and then you flip the brush and press it into the skin that way. This end is really, really thin. Like, do you see how thin that is? It's like super, super thin. I don't know. That feels like such a weird way to apply, but I've just never used a brush like this before, so it could be that I just kind of have to get used to it. But this is my first time using these brushes, so we will try them together. But yeah, she has 3 different sets. This is the, or I think this one's called the Essentials set, but then there's 2 other ones that have different brushes in them. But they're really nice, heavy, weighty feeling brushes. So they feel like really great quality. I don't know how much I'll use like the paintbrush side. That's just like not how I instinctively go to apply foundation, but that's how this brush I think is intended to be used. I do like this dense side though. This dense side kind of reminds me of my 115 from BK Beauty that I love. Yeah, I don't know that I love that paint side of that brush. I don't know. I'll have to keep playing around with this. But yeah, I don't know about this really thin side and the painting aspect, but again, it could just be that I am not used to applying makeup like that, so I don't know about that. But let's go in with some corrector because I definitely need some. So we're using Natasha Denona in the shade C1. Applying this under the eyes because I definitely need it. And just blending that with my Smashbox brush. This is the blurring concealer brush. I don't think the set that I ordered from Details by Tati had a concealer brush in it. I think maybe one of the sets did, but it wasn't the Essentials set. Definitely need some corrector today, that is for sure. Moving into concealer, we're going to use again from Fenty the We're Even concealer, and this one is the shade 185C, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of that in the center of the face, and then where I want some more coverage. I'm going to save the under eyes though, because I'm going to do under eyes after we do blush and bronzer. That's just something I've been doing lately and I've been liking it. And I'm blending that with a clean in 14 from BK Beauty and Nikki LaRose. I do have the new Nikki LaRose brushes also from BK Beauty. I didn't pull those out though, so we'll use those in a video coming soon, but I did get those as well. I actually saw today, just before I started filming this video, that I guess Makeup by Mario is now coming out with like a set of brushes. They're not out yet. I think I saw they're going to be available at the very end of September on Sephora. But I thought that was interesting. It's like a set. I don't think you can buy them individually, but I did just see that earlier today. Moving on, I think I am going to do a little bit of cream bronzer. This is the NARS cream bronzer in Laguna 01. I'm just kind of getting some on the brush and then going on the back of my hand first. I do love this bronzer. This is another one I really don't know why I don't use it, because it's really good for my skin tone. It's like warm without being like crazy warm, and it blends so easily. It's so creamy. Like, do you see how that just blended into my skin? It's crazy. I hope you can still get this bronzer now that I think about it. I haven't seen it in a little while, I feel like, when I've been in a Sephora or an Ulta. So hopefully you can still buy it. Okay, for blush, I can't decide. I keep going back and forth between the Patrick Ta and the Rhode blush. I think we're gonna go Rhode. Kind of in the mood to use this one. I love this shade in Sleepy Girl, and I'm getting mine on the back of my hand and applying it this way, as it applies much more evenly, and you just get a lot more control when you don't swipe it like this. I see so many people, especially on TikTok, applying this blush and like going like that on their face. I genuinely do not know how they're doing that, because anytime I attempt to apply a cream product that way, you can like see your product underneath that's picked up on your product after you swipe it on like that. So I guess people do it because it looks cool. And it does, it's satisfying to watch, but I don't know. Every time I do that on my face, I wish that I had not done it. These Rhode blushes are actually very, very good. I don't love the packaging. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. But I have to say the product is very good. Okay, I just decided that we're gonna do a tiny bit of Patrick Ta. She's wanted. This tone is just a little bit different. It's a little bit brighter, like you'll see on my skin tone at least. Do you see what that adds? Like the Sleepy Girl color is more muted. This is more of like a punchy wine color. And I don't know what it does, but it's just so pretty. I mean, you need like the smallest little bit of it, but the tone is just so good. And we're gonna do concealer after this. This is another reason why I've been liking doing my concealer this way, because then it kind of tones down your blush. If you're someone that tends to go a little bit overboard with blush, if you do your under eye concealer last, it kind of tones everything down. So you don't have to worry about it as much. And okay, I'm just gonna blend that with my same concealer brush. See what it does? It just kind of diffuses everything together, and it also just kind of helps seamlessly blend your blush into the rest of your face. I've really been loving doing this lately. Okay, let's do some powder now. We've got a lot of glow going on. So we're gonna use this Makeup Forever powder in Corrective Rose, which is the pink color. So I haven't used this powder in a little while, and this is one of the other Tati brushes. This is the ES3, so it's like a smaller, I would say powder brush, but you could use this for, you know, blush, really anything. It's just like a pretty good size, smaller powder brush. So I'm just kind of getting all that powder built up into the brush, and then I'm just gonna start kind of pressing it in. These brushes are very, very soft, and I mean, the handles feel like really heavy. They feel like really nice, durable quality. Did any of y'all buy the Tati brushes? I'm curious. Let me know in the comments. I don't know if they're sending PR or not, but I did not get them in PR. I bought them myself. But let me know if you ordered them. I am gonna take a little bit of powder bronzer now. Not a lot, just a little. And I'm using, this is the ES1. This is like a really large powder brush. And I am just adding a little bit of that over the top. And now I think I am gonna apply a little bit of Euphoria, because why not? Just to kind of set those blushes in place, and this color just goes so perfectly with those two blushes. I love Euphoria from Kosas. It's so pretty. Let's move into brows now. I'm going to use my ABH brow powder. I kind of gotten away from this, and I don't know how that happened, because there for a while this was literally the only brow product I was wanting to use. So pretty and natural. I think I maybe quit using it the last time I got my hair done, now that I think about it, because it was a little bit dark, but now that my hair is back to pretty much its natural color, it works well. Again, in medium brown. Now I feel like I'm kind of out of practice of using it, because I kind of got used to using a pencil again. Isn't it weird how that happens? Like, you stop using a product and you kind of like, not forget how to use it, but you kind of like, I don't know, it's like you have to relearn how you like to use it. I feel like brows are definitely one of those things. Are y'all watching Dancing with the Stars? I am one of those people. I like love that show, and I have no idea why, because I've never danced a day in my life. I know absolutely nothing about dance. I don't know. I started watching it, I don't know, probably 5 years ago, maybe around the time I started my YouTube channel, I don't know. But now I don't know why, I really look forward to it. I don't really know what the deal is with that, because you would think I would have like some type of dance background or something, but I don't know anything about it. I just really enjoy it. Let me know if you're watching. I'm kind of the same way with like American Idol when that's on. I watch it even though I'm not a singer, but I don't know, something about it I just really enjoy. Let me know. Oh, the Golden Bachelor is actually about to start again too. I think it starts this week, Wednesday maybe. I think I'll probably watch that. I'm not super excited about the Golden Bachelor guy though. I feel like he's kind of a random choice. I don't know, I'm not super like excited about it, but I might watch it anyways. And then I think The Voice just started back also. I like The Voice also, so I might start watching that again. I don't know. Let me know if you're watching any of these things or if I'm alone in that. I am determined to use this brow gel up, and it just like will not be done. I feel like I use this constantly and I still have some product in there. It's really starting to look like kind of gross, but I'm trying to use it all the way up before I open a new one. But I feel like it's just never gonna end. Let's move into the eyes. I'm gonna start with a little bit of Rare Beauty eye primer. I'm not really sure what I want to do on the eyes yet. I use the Makeup by Mario shadows a lot just as my primer, but I kind of want to just start with a clean slate. So just gonna apply a sheer layer of this all over my eyes, and then I don't know what I want to use on the eyes. I think I'm gonna do a little bit to start of the Makeup by Mario Mauve color, and I'm just gonna do a little bit of this on the lid to start out because it's pretty pigmented and it dries really quick. So I'm doing one eye at a time, but I'm just kind of blending that up and outward with a 206 brush from BK Beauty. That shade is so pretty, and obviously you can make it much more pigmented. I'm just not applying very much of it, but the tone, especially if you have like green or hazel eyes, this mauve color is so pretty. And these are probably one of the most long wearing cream shadows I've ever tried. Just taking what's left on the brush and running that on the lower lash line. All right, now I'm gonna go into this Dior palette. This is the Smoky Essentials. You can actually still get this. I'm gonna take a little bit, or actually no, I'm gonna take a little bit of this shade and a little bit of this shade. So this kind of rosy nude and then this mauve. I'm gonna take a little bit of both. And this is another Tati brush. This is the ES04. It's like a large blending brush. And I'm gonna start with those two shades on this outer corner and just kind of feather them up and over a little bit. This is a nice brush. I love the size of this. Okay, now I'm gonna take this kind of light pinky beige color and I'm gonna switch to a little 203 brush, and I'm gonna pop this right in this inner part of the lid right here, just to kind of brighten this area a little bit. So let's move into eyeliner. I am gonna use one of these two. So either Plum from Victoria Beckham, or wait, is this Plum or Fig? Fig, excuse me. Wait, I also have another, I think I have another Victoria Beckham one called Orchid now that I think about it. Okay, so yeah, these colors are actually very different. This is RMS in plum definition. So you can see it's much cooler, more like a grayish purple. And then that is Fig from Victoria Beckham. I kind of want Orchid. Hold on, let me find it. Here it is. Orchid is also different, you'll see. So Orchid is more, it's lighter than Fig from Victoria Beckham, and it's kind of like a metallic, almost has like a gold sheen to it. It's really, really pretty though. It's a little bit softer looking. So we're gonna go with this one from Victoria Beckham in Orchid, and I'm gonna line my eyes with this. Again, another really good option if you have green or hazel eyes. So I'm kind of applying it and then smudging it because I don't really want this to look like a precise line. So I'm just kind of adding it and then smudging it out a little bit. And then I'm gonna try to wing it out just a little. Then I'm also putting that in the waterline. All right, and then one final thing I'm gonna do on the eyes really quickly is I'm gonna take that bronzer we used, the Lancome one, and I'm gonna go in the crease with this because this always just like brings everything together. And for mascara, I'm gonna use the Power 28 in the shade Drift. Actually, I've tried this mascara before, but I like kind of fallen in love with it this time around. I remember when I used it before, I liked it, but I wasn't like in love with it. Oh no, I just got mascara on my eye. But kind of liking it more and more now. Last for the lip. So we pulled out Structure from Pat McGrath and Rich Mauve from Makeup by Mario. I'm gonna swatch them on my hand real quick. I think Structure is more pink. No, actually it's not. It's a little bit more nude than Rich Mauve. So this is Rich Mauve and that is Structure. I kind of want to do Structure. Maybe we'll try it. Has anyone tried the new Pat McGrath lip liners? I feel like they're pretty new. This used to be my #1 holy grail, and then Almond from Makeup by Mario kind of took over this one, but Almond is more brown. It's more of a nude. This one is obviously more like a rosy mauve tone. I'm gonna take a little bit of Rich Mauve from Mario and just kind of go around the edge as well. Really, really lightly. And then I'll just use the brush that comes with the Mario liners and kind of go around and blend a little bit. And then, okay, we can either do the gloss by itself. We pulled out that Armani gloss, or let me swatch this lipstick from YSL. This is the Love Shine in 202. Oh yeah, I think this might actually be a really good tone. Let's go with this. Oh yeah, that's nice. All right, one more thing I'm gonna do that I've pretty much been doing every time I do my makeup now is take my Fenty Invisimatte powder and I'm just gonna go kind of in the T-zone again with this. This has been like my go-to kind of finishing step lately with makeup. Unless I'm doing like really light makeup, then I'll just use this powder and I don't even use the loose powder, but I am obsessed with this stuff. All right, this is the finished makeup. What do we think? I really like how this turned out. This is exactly what I had in my brain. These were just kind of the tones I was going for. and these just scream fall to me. And since a few days ago was the first day of fall, I thought this was a good video. And we haven't done a shop my stash in a little while on my channel either. So I hope you enjoyed. I know a lot of you love the shop my stash videos, and I do too, so I always want to incorporate them into my content. But thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. All the products, as always, will be listed in the description box with links. I will also link them on the screen in YouTube shopping. If you shop through any of my links, thank you so much. It does earn me a commission and support me and my channel. So thank you so much for that. And also, if you're not already, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I am posting quite a bit over there. It's the same username, simply.blair, and then I am also on TikTok. It's simply.blair1 on TikTok. So make sure to follow me there for more short form content. I'm really trying to prioritize doing that as well. So I would love it if you would follow me over there as well. And thank you for being here. If you're new, I hope you'll stick around and subscribe to my channel. We would love to have you here. And I think that's everything for today. I will see you again very soon. Remember, simply be you.